How's it going, guys? It's Spider here, coming to you with a commentary. So I just wanted to make a little video to explain our schedule, explain what's up. There's not going to be like a main release video type, like the videos that you've seen that we've been making. There's not going to be one of those today on Friday. Instead, you get to listen to my sexy voice as I talk about random things. So Amp's been super busy, as well as I have. I've been the busiest I've ever been. Amp's dealing with a bunch of schoolwork. I've got, my parents are out of town because my brother is moving to Colorado. So I'm tasked with, running things at my father's business, taking care of the dogs at my parents' house. Lots and lots of stuff to take care of. So this video, as we speak, I'm recording this video and then I'm like, oh god, I have to get out of here and do things. So the first thing I'll have to do is go check on the dogs. Make sure those lovelies are okay. But next Monday is probably going to be the day that we will have a similar type video to what you guys are used to. But one of the main things I wanted to talk about on this commentary is I really want to do a lot of Let's Plays. And those are usually really fucking boring when done by the wrong people. But I like to think that me and Amp, and sometimes Pope, whenever when he doesn't want to have a life, he can come play with us too. But I believe that me and Amp are a good combo for Let's Plays because we have good chemistry, and usually the people that are talking on Let's Plays are pretty fucking awkward and boring. At least that's what I've found the majority of. I really enjoy Game Grumps style of Let's Plays. I know they don't like being called Let's Plays. And not so much now. I'm more so talking about the JonTron and Ego Raptor era. Not that I have anything wrong with the new Game Grumps. They're super talented guys too. But well, it's only one replacement. But I think that era, just the camaraderie and the funniness and how they weren't. It wasn't like, all right, so like this is what's happening in the game. So right now I'm playing Call of Duty and I'm killing people. No, they didn't do that shit. They were, it was almost like a podcast kind of, they would talk, they would tell stories, they would be super energetic, super lively, super funny. I really enjoyed that style. And it was around 10 to 15 minute videos. And they would play games that aren't, they're not playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare or, anything like that. And those of you who know me, I get called a Call of Duty fanboy all the time because I defend the series a lot. But that's not, I'm the type of gamer where I love all types of games. I love old school games, I love new school games, I love fucking side scrollers like Castlevania that's hard as fucking nails. I love new games like Call of Duty where you're running around shooting people. God, that sounds awful when I put it into words. But I love all types of games. And for my Let's Play series, I really enjoy going back and playing older games, to just understand them and see how creative those people had to be because they had so many limitations, set in their way when it came to making games. I feel like the new games are kind of, they stick to a formula that's very, set in place. It's the first game, might be a little bit innovative, and then all games to follow have, slight to little changes added to them. And, while that's all fine and dandy, and don't get me started about how prominent DLC is in this era of video games, but, I really, really like full games in that I feel like they really have more heart. They're very memorable to me. And maybe that's just, nostalgia. Maybe they're not actually as fucking great as I remember them, but I can fondly remember being 3 or 4 years old, still playing GoldenEye with my older brother and his friends on the N64. I remember being, gosh, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 or 8, and I was playing Conker's Bad Fur Day, and that was... I shouldn't have been playing Conker's Bad Fur Day, but my brother's friend brought it over, and I just thought it was the coolest game ever. Speaking of Conker's Bad Fur Day, I need to make a video about the Conker's Big Reunion, new episodic game that came out for Project Spark and talk about my opinions on that. But regardless, I'm getting sidetracked. I think me and Amp should do Let's Plays. I think that we have the chemistry. I really like old games. Amp doesn't really like old games so much. But I like to believe that the people that watch old games, fans of old games, are usually the most hardcore fans. They're not going to be the casual people that are going to be like, oh my god, it doesn't have 3D graphics! Or, you know, something related to that. They're not going to be talking about, you know, how ugly it is or that the controls are stiff. They're usually going to be a fan of all types of games like me. You know, I love playing Battlefield 4 like I did with Amp in the previous video that you should definitely go check out because we need more views on that. Ching! I definitely love playing Battlefield 4 with Amp and seeing just how fucking gorgeous that game was and immersive. It's not just the graphics of the game, it's the audio design. It's how fucking snug the controls are. It's truly, you know, a fucking masterpiece in the sense of, you know, if you took a kid from the 90s that was, you know, playing 16-bit games and you brought him here into the future to see Battlefield 4, he'd probably shit his fucking pants. Because he would be like, oh, I can't even handle this. This is so my fucking eyes. It's beautiful. You know, and that's because that's how far we've come. Like when you see the sun rays and fucking people screaming and shit, and just the weather effects when you're on that one beach map, and you know the rain starts to kick in. It's really fucking beautiful, and that's cool. I love that. But I also love going back and playing old games because those games have a lot of heart. You know, they creatively they're so unique because they had to be. You know, it wasn't about the graphics. How do you frighten someone when you're staring at 16-bit shit, you know, on Castlevania? It's, you know, it's the music, it's the atmosphere, it's, you know, it's how you make the player feel. And that's why to me old games are fucking awesome. So hopefully I can convince Amp to play older games and do a Let's Play series, you know, with me and him and maybe Pope occasionally. But you guys need to convince him too. You know, let him know that this is something, because maybe you know, I'm just an old 19-year-old fart and I'm out of touch, and you know, we shouldn't be playing old games. So let me know what you think, guys. If you think that that's a good idea or if that's stupid. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button so you can see our other more awesome videos than just me blabbing about shit. And as always, have a nice day, guys. Jesus Christ. Snoop Dogg's just like, I'm old as fuck. There's too much energy. Just leave me alone, let me sleep. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's like, no, fuck off. Snoop Dogg's laying down. Mario.